The air was thick with the putrid odor of death as Connor navigated through the dark forest. His enhanced senses picked up sinister sounds, monsters lurked in the shadows. Since the nanobots invaded his system, even the slightest whispers were amplified. A flash of movement caught his eye. Connor spun around, summoning a ball of flames in his hand, but it was only a startled rabbit. He released the fireball with a sigh. The rabbit stared at him with wide eyes before scurrying away into the darkness. Connor watched it disappear, feeling a twinge of guilt. Not only did he frighten the wildlife, but he also lost a part of his humanity with every enemy he destroyed. He wondered how long before he transformed into the very monsters he fought so relentlessly. Shaking off such thoughts, Connor continued his vigil. As the last surviving hunter for the village, it was his duty to safeguard the settlement from any threats. The forest had become a breeding ground for mutated aberrations. It had been 2 weeks since the nanobots endowed him with extraordinary abilities. Now he could see in complete darkness, control elements and crush monsters almost twice his size with his bare hands, but with great power came great responsibility. He was changing, becoming colder, darker. He could feel himself becoming more of a monster himself. A rustling sound suddenly snapped Connor from his reverie. He crept forward silently until he spotted the source, a nest of spider-like beasts feasting on decomposing human corpses. Connor's teeth gritted at the gory scene, his rage brewing like a pot of boiling soup. With a roar, he charged at the beasts, unleashing a torrent of enhanced attacks. The beasts shrieked and hissed, fang-like teeth snapping, but they posed no match for Connor's wrath. One by one they dropped, their twisted forms contorting into grotesque shapes in death. When the last one thudded to the ground, Connor stood amidst the carnage, his chest heaving. A message flashed in his mind. He had leveled up after defeating the nest, unlocking a new ability. As the adrenaline began to subside, nausea churned in Connor's stomach at the sight of the mangled bodies scattered about. He forced himself to rummage through them, uncovering a few usable supplies for the village. Rising, Connor looked out over the dark forest that stretched endlessly in all directions. How many more nests and research facilities remained hidden, spawning unspeakable horrors? He had to find them all before the mutation spread further. But first, he needed to grow stronger, to gain more levels and abilities to face whatever evil lurked within the heart of these cursed woods. Connor steeled his resolve and strolled back to the village under the gentle glow of the rising moon, ready to face whatever trials and tribulations awaited him in the next quest. His journey was only the beginning.